Just last week, at the time of filming this video, I'm normally a week or two in advance, but at the time of filming this video, last week I just did a live stream featuring one of my most used and favorite companies that I collaborate with a lot, and that is Johnny Ray. And we featured beef tallow. Spoiler, you guys already saw the thumbnail and title. And we featured it because they relaunched two products that now include beef tallow, but then also they have an existing product that has beef tallow. And of course, in the moment, somebody asked about why, right? Why add beef tallow? What does it do? And then since the stream, because these products are out and Johnny Ray is posting about it, people have been hitting me up being like, why, what, where, when, all those questions. And the three products specifically that we're going to talk about today would be a wash bar, not soap, not to be confused with soap, a daily wash bar. Think about like beard wash, but dehydrated, taking the water out of it. That's one. And then soap number two, which is stripping. It's not daily or gentle on your beard. You can use it, just no more than once a week. And then number three, the only one I have in front of me, and that is their recovery tallow, aka it's like a butter, somewhat a balm, but a butter that can be used on your skin and on your beard. I don't have the other two bars in front of me because this is not a product video or anything like that. I just want to talk about the tallow and why it's being seen, not only with this company, but we see it in beard butters and we see it in other products for other companies. And if you follow the women's cosmetic and bath and body industry at all, it has been all the rave. So I know we're going to continue to see it more and more and more in the beard and men's grooming world. So let's talk about it. If that sounds like info you enjoy consuming, please hit a quick thumbs up, the like button on the video. And if you like learning about this stuff and you're not subscribed, do me a solid, please subscribe. Thank you to those returning subscribers. My name's Dan. I love this stuff. Tallow, to establish this, has been used for generations and generations and generations. Animal fat in general has been used since the beginning of recorded history and stories well before that. Whether it's the Aborigines and using bird oil, right? We've seen different parts of the world using emu oil and ostrich oil, which comes from the rendered fat of those birds. We also see in places like the United States, bear oil, which was from bear fat, rendered down fat. That was one of the biggest oils used in the pioneer days. So this isn't anything new. We're just kind of coming around to it, making it cool, you know, in the cosmetic world. And then now men, we're usually like 10 years behind. The women get these things, they love them, they preach about them, and then we slowly start to work them in. So what does it do? Now we're going to talk about them in products. Let's start with soap. I switched up the order I talked about it. Soap / wash bar. Actually, we're going to go one together because the purpose is the same. Number one, it actually makes those bars harder. They last longer and they don't break down as easily. Now, for anybody that keeps those bars in your shower and you do your best on a soap saver or some kind of tray to keep them dry so they don't just kind of get soggy and just kind of dissipate away, that's huge. We all likely have experienced soap that was either not cured long enough or properly, or just soft kind of, I don't want to say cheaper, but oftentimes cheaper soap, and it just doesn't last. Tallow firms that up, and there's actually a chemical side to it with the fatty acids that really make a difference. It's not just like you add tallow, it's firm. There's something that really happens there. So that's huge. Number two, whether it's the wash bar or the soap, it gives it more of a creamy, rich lather. It's not as much like a super thin, sudsy lather. It's a creamy, rich lather when you're washing your beard, when you're washing your body. That's really, really nice. And it just gives this kind of super fatted layer. Now, when you make soap or even wash bars, right, oftentimes people don't even realize that you use oils that go through the saponification process, and that becomes the soap. That becomes the agent that you need, and it comes from oils. Well, animal fat can do the same thing, and it has forever, right? Since the beginning of time, people have been using animal fat, specifically tallow, in soaps to make them work. They've been using them as skin moisturizers and conditioners. When you add them into soap, it gives it this little bit of a layer where it's not as harsh, where it's not as, you know, that like you go to a hotel and there's not the right water table, it's a bad quality soap and it leaves that feel. I reference that a lot because Many of you can relate and you don't enjoy that feeling. This is what that tries to prevent. So when it comes to the wash bar, when it comes to the soap, they should last longer. They should have a different and better kind of lather and just leave your skin and your hair feeling better. Not as harsh, not as stripping. Boom, baby. Love that on the soap side of things. Now, what about on the butter side of things where we're seeing it just as popular? And also the reason why the butter was brought up on the stream, it's not new. Johnny Ray's had it out for a while. Their scent of the month this month is a matching scent to the Citrus Grove. They did a bergamot and orange essential oil blend that's just straight up bergamot and orange. I believe it's called Bay City Bergamot. Love it. Incredible orange scent. Very simple. It's not layered. It's not complex. It matches this one, which is my favorite tallow butter from them, or the recovery butter. What does butter do when you add in tallow? How is it improved? Pretty much what we just said there. It's an extreme conditioning agent. It actually gives it a protective layer on the skin, so it gives some protection, but more importantly, it protects the moisture that's within the hair and within the skin. I don't recommend using it on the skin underneath your beard just because our pores are so unique. Try to avoid the solid products under there, but you can use it on your body. You can use it on the beard hair, and it gives it this layer that's going to trap the moisture in and won't cause any damage. It can only help you out. So those are the main reasons why people are loving things like tallow. Also, men were like, we eat steak, we love beef. Yeah, put it in my beard products. I don't know. But that, I'm not going to draw it out any longer, guys. That is what tallow has to offer. And I think we're just starting to see the tip of the iceberg for how these companies are going to introduce this great product, this great ingredient into their products that are out there. Down below, you guys, comments. Have you tried any products with tallow? What are your thoughts? Do you have any questions about tallow? Put them down below. And then from there, I don't know if there's a follow-up video, right? We can talk about grass-fed and grass-finished, right? Grass-fed was at some point the cow that was made this tallow from had some grass. Grass-finished is they didn't just give them grass one day to say that. It was all they ate. Grass-fed, grass-finished. There's different categories. I'm by no means an expert on that. But if I need to go deeper, I can. I'll do another video. I just didn't know if those details really mattered or not. So down below, guys, questions, experiences, comments, anything is open for you guys. Thank you for watching today. My name's Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.